way. Now, Reverend Mrs. Patricia Adi, who is minister in charge, Maranatha Congregation at Sherman North, Presbytery Director, Economical and Social Relations. Happy birthday to you from Ni Agbo, your son of UTV. And Openi Kofidi, some are you into the Hina Akamono. Which one again? Okay, make sure the Akamobiano. On the sad aspects of life, me yonko. Papa ma bedi no coins kakra wo techima pa abrantie oro usubuaten se wase efremu wase adwoana ne ene oyere panyin so ena se wase ne oyere panyin yajiwa ene abrantie usubuaten shedin why ma oyako we di Adams ye ni bi na ato ne kaba nti weekend we mu bekọ akoye no wo chira eben sunyane ti adofo ne abusuafo am wo techima sunyane chira muni mo wusubu aten abrantia or ton hardware no ane weekend we na se adwana ne no baso wo chira school park honom nti eya na makọ akoja no Saturday any Sunday no abrantia shedin na nyame encheche wo yire enso ere afi mewie birthdays ene arecheche nsemi die honorable aba minda azela se okay moya die minda azel vogase enti maminda azel vogase azel. I love this navy blue, it's beautiful. And then so me share now say hey azel Vesta Beka azel is dazzling me very pretty me per sleeve no so said the city no pacho proudly sewn in Ghana azel sanu efe watone boase no wajuji no and then a trout pen and a skirt obey yama open a straight dress come fe na wash we say ne wo dey call lunch date to cry to saying wo dey call meeting na it's saying wo dey call embassy why it's say wo dey call diplomatic meeting na wo say fine fine very corporate in timpacho monko pamoniama office for bank for no we betumi ahye ane ubetumi ahye enti monko pam azel vogue ho fefefe na ye ka che honorable for no new groups na eya mpese mo ya adoye no se opese oboa na ma mabunu bi nsanu adwuma as also special discount ho amount or trainee omo na my fashion designers and fashion illustrators kama panti se mo ye group 5 or more obema discount kama na nipa no so obewie no so enyansa no adwuma pamata de shobia fefefe na school ne so amanfo say weekend no ne evening no nko ade emwa yen ntisi ano power ho na afternoon enso ewo ho ansana weekend de na ba evening enso ewo ho enti bomodia na wo de frɛ azel ewo 0244 155 266 0244 155 266 bingo azel befa na wa ansa wo inquiries ne nyina ama or dance man ya no follow no Instagram amame azel vogue na her mama na jejejeje mimi no we no an say utani ni say ya you see you are good to go na ye fe enwi papa de sa en say say stress wo ho nya de ununu a da ho no ogina ho no wo da enwi ni bia so ede na nya her mama enwi see soft you are good to go ti we nya afi na o sorry afi na o be pekela time uni ho I no pay me by afati sister you know see it's beautiful and I'm say hey mama okay so the hey mama kwa emi papa joso no emi a efe eyemoton soft black shiny and silky and I would say the upper wild colors share that on me wild one because sorry and I girls and they say mommy you beji emi with me share green sorry me see that is my club to me so me the video ko it's ukwa colors be open so the hair mama wo ho ubenya colors ni nyina bi red ana gold ana green ana blonde ana ginger den hair mama me feel what say into unso ko wo de ko TikTok na ko bo wani akohoma Z Nails and Beauty aka the hair mama obe friend we 055 3837 201 also ya no wo he Spintex Kotobabi Eco Bank echi ho ape so pese ko ho eno no Prince, are we ready? Honorable Vincent Kwasefo aba ye wa power bi ma no inti ebebo mpawa no ama no ye wi a na fe yakọ main issue so
enye spring inti ojitum say MPP lost fairly and squarely because
we lost this election fairly and squarely
enye spiritual said the Modena secretary.
No, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he will go down as one of the best presidents this country ever had. Well, yeah, I'm telling you. But as I said, senior, San Crawford no amoji 2 minutes. Amoji 2 minutes so personal bona fide property no. They should bow down their head in shame. But I think that the MPP has gone through a certain cycle. We've learned a lot, even within the short time. We've learned so much to the extent that so ba bemwa to me no ye de ma wo mo a omo ye adwuma na omo nim party for me yesterday on a certain platforms energy sector, Ministry of Energy agencies say show mase me nyo twenya doa etimodin for nko who doesn't help party me fancy
energy.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, they are brought for the Google.
I'm telling you, they don't help the party. Boys now, women now, no kwaji vote the ban. Vote office, senior no, why am I on politics that? And this is one free way. No amount resources. One amount resources. I'm an uncle vote now, mama one be ACU. Sebi. Now answer vote.
Do you
senior take your time? Let me stay there. Some of the CEOs are wicked. They are the reason MPP Lusu Basa. Some of the CEOs, very wicked people, who doesn't help the party. They have no. Your friend say Timampo Edema party for. It's as if position your modia. When you need things, I would party now.
Enti mekase
now patcho crop
and crying no tinano ye mo dedodwa. Am I right?
Senior,
because me on call the constituency cry na constituency
me say position no say dem a wo mo breye me wo see obi before my God that I serve and the altar that I serve in the Catholic Church, and a CEO sacked me from the office because I was in appointment as an MP.
What say?
Yes.
What say?
A CEO sacked me from the office. Said me MP. I mean, your friend say appointment.
Oh, party. Oh, party member.
I'm telling you.
Yes. Appointment.
I'm telling you.
So leave his office.
Yes. Because they don't understand the party. Omunim party for nin wo to anya adwuma ma party no. Who already. It happened in front of the former finance director of the party, Collins.
Collins.
Go and ask. Collins is my witness.
Now
really, when you offer John Asebi, where we are forest in the field.
And I say no.
I know for Nagasebi said,
I don't want the appointment as an hour.
No for Dankwaka baby. Na me Tawufo free Tafuba office or parliament, and I will do for your mobile honor. Me obi appointment. We are party.
So what
me say position no say dem a wo mo breye. One farm more breye. They don't even know the people.
Now breye no want me adwuma na now ye. But because adwuma no ya magana for you.
Tina dey adwuma.
Necessary what say me to we na de me titi. Me to we me kokotra energy ho no ma. Me breye. Nanso adwuma no me mo
woman no scholarship secretary. You must just ask for J or your too experienced your sense Ghana's scholarship secretary to more education is
only because only because of his only because of the competence, but because of
he's a politician or you are boa party, no, he deserves to be wherever he is. That is the kind of reward the man.
So you blame it.
People MPP should learn from some.
So you blame it on President Akufo-Addo.
Please, I'm not saying so. All that I'm saying is that there are some of the.
But he made the appointment.
There are some of the agencies he appointed. He doesn't know anything about it. But what the man who why the man no? They now hear the boa party no. A Timothy failure to help party people. It's not only energy sector CEOs. The number of CEOs are almost office in it is almost personal bona fide property. just some unhia mo akra ye few no adamfo ni we oni we na nam tie few. But you are forgetting says any partner or yes a wolf no. It's the same person bringing about 30,000 or 40,000 votes from his constituency. Yeah.
Radio kan wo ya ifi hello 101.5 Edum Kumasi eho na bra Samson Kenya meche GM no na bra Jeff nso bra Thomas nso sister Amenya Kwatifa ho na hwan biem ruko na me ni sa wo hello no na GM ye bra Samson no ha na honorable good morning
Kennedy don say there
King your morning show host akokwa abon ani oh yes stop
good morning
now for the oh kan hello FM yente oh hey ensam shisha
they say them baha ambush nko
ambush say
baha de makoka wo ba bi just all the year show answer na say
me bisa say waka na
say them kan
wona oti we
say me kan do na ya no kre if any na ya no kre
enti man lose spiritually.
Oh, I don't think so. Okay. A bit to me, the spiritual aspect there, but I believe say nipa family the NCD any hunu. And also ekutia ye. Na me no din komo even before say about start. You could clearly see say your party no drum pempen so na akoye say be mu nipa.
Ti ojitum sa.
Oh yes, why not? Because as I said, say I'm no dey name to me nka. But this is the right time for us to be able to say it because
me ma I'm ready to me nka because me bisa say ojitum nka me bisa say na muka.
And I make a choice say yeah me living testimony to that. As really? I said, as a member of parliament. Okay, I say me want me constituency so be so pay transfer because e be oyejuma of forestry commission.
Okay.
Say me mean to me yeah. Say me go see you.
See you, yeah.
I go see you and I see you no pamon as a member of parliament. What becomes of you?
Says now we are honorable member.
I am telling you, say na unim say
honorable.
Unim say I had the opportunity to engage Minua Kwame Tikesi on it.
Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes.
Okay.
Unim say me can say I have received so many calls and so many messages. Just as a lot of people with similar issues about
so
it.
So just an example, a tool for real.
Yes, and I made the no. It happened in front of Collins, the former finance director of the party. Is Collins Nyama or so? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because Collins Remu, and I mean Remu. Because the secretary was telling him so not available. To Collins Timmy Remu, so national executive Remu, and I mean because so many appointment I had to leave so much embarrassment. Yeah, but it is unfortunate, and these were some of the things that I see in our party. People who did not even have your friend say the gravitas in terms of party no stature and for my party no and for party for ni no because remember more for Sir John or no oh yeah. Sir John played about 80% of me win waterfall. I was really hurt because it was my home. It was my home. And yes, Bisika no be bepe. Because you hear Osika.
Okay.
But the followers and they expect that I'm a member of parliament. A bit to me more with respect to promotions, with respect to transfers.
Okay.
Now be banner or no notice. And I'm crying here now what happens to no grassroots person.
Oh, okay.
And these were the challenges that we were going through. I am sure said that
we feel on some uncle can once because na mu person mu break 8 no say na mu Canada.
Mature. When you say mature character, formal complaint, powerfully worded letter and Kamedekwa Koma, the president at the time. When you just stop me. There's a guy who forestry, a friend Onuma.
Okay.
It was Onuma who pleaded with me. Say, Minchaso. And yes, I didn't. Onuma will tell you he's one of the directors. But I'm saying all these things so that as a party, because from now till the next 4-5 months, you know, also to me here who drew my people who say we also went through the same thing, and it is a bad side of the party. And we should find a way. We should find a way to be able to deal with it. About you 2 ways. So be office now so many shows when you be home. Like I say, I couldn't mapa na. And no about real officer or bepe more the ama the Juma for UTV. O cameraman ni onko mo ha ina.
Se mo so bi ni pan office ni ho.
I agree, but he confirm mo ha yo mo nani da so.
Se me call me boss office no pam me be me ya se me boss pam me but obi fu office dey me call no pam me and say ni odi pam. But who dey we a party ni nti wa call party adwuma o ma adwuma but o party ni na na ye CEO.
Yes.
O we a journalist.
Yes.
Se John na na ye ni deputy.
Yes, I because we need but as I said, minim what came over our people, minim, and immediately say in future we should have a very strong party.
Okay.
When I say a strong party, I mean national executive strong party. Sometimes just a phone call to some of them because, as I said, Nippon is seen and we are not a national executive. Are you saying some
party is strong, and the national executive is not strong?
I think so. We need to beef it up.
Beef what? The national executive,
the national executive,
the party? The
national structure, no, we need to beef it up. We need strong men, we need strong people.
Chairman, what secretary said the constitution is changing beef it up. No,
because you see one for choice, and can you cannot do it well. And here, woman, we feel that it's our time to make sure say we best share party in ye, you better share party in ye. I believe see a normal go. Wow, normal go no anim how better no. And if you don't speak true to power, we cannot have our party the way we want it. This is not the party that some of us knew. Time my university na no, that's not what we are saying. And so we believe that we have a way to deal with it.
I don't feel na money na more cause at a time be there na more quiet. See I know there.
It is okay.
Above all of a sudden you all have found your voices.
It is better late than never. What I say. But I feel and maybe who your friend say supposed to be for one of social media commentators. Wakotro na all to ayampia de koma baumia na baumia yesia no. Maybe we have not learned as a party.
Okay.
We will not allow those things to happen. A Drew Horner so be per se. In fact, the party executive have even issued a statement say, "Obi or any political ambition or so ye penny or party in afaton chain until we are done with the review committee, and I say committee no more around for us to be able to find out as what really transpired. Forget about any ambition that you have. Until patrol, we will be now supported by Umia or support to Kennedy. Forget it. We are not interested in that. Our party and the young people in this party, you're not interested in that kind of contest. We are only interested in building
any flag bearer race in the
It depends on the committee.
Okay.
Oh, but you see, we are not interested. Let's build our party from the scratch. Let the young men and young women who are now feeling a hopeless situation, as they say, no more.
As I said, they are so canny how
a young peer or two would the atom. Say we do attend. We are not interested in that. And this time when we see those things, I'm not sure say we will keep quiet about it. We will let the people know say the masses want the party to now look good. Me aba he oba kumasia. Emrafo ne nkokrafo mo do party no.
Okay.
Omodo makoma ina do party no.
Okay.
We are letting them down. No, we can't do that. We have to understand say nkokrafo bo mo do party no to the extent say omo se party no eni magu asia. And we have that responsibility to make sure say Ebema party no ayakono.
Na ya musian lessons womo because Uncle 2008 Papa go forward all the beautiful things he did. I know cry no mind to me and break 18 but movie no Dr. Adekye Kennedy chasing the elephant into the bush. And no cry them want see any dim watem. Any Eugene Boateng because of cultures are book no kwan modern fast or Ghana no, and it's almost like Sanya mano keka wasem wa and when they repeat it. It's me sometimes it's a me say did anybody ever read Adekye Kennedy's book Chasing the Elephant into the Bush?
Well, as I said, we bit me I say be a problems near C 2008. It may be similar, and I said there may be some similarities or what have you. But the most important thing is Yenjama committee. No committee no the omani beba no.
I wanna Yenjama. Na uti hello na ububo munwe.
As someone make a wunti. Me atume. I'm letting the Ghanaian with Jombaba Mkonso Jomba will say it.
Okay.
But the Ghanaian people here me we no. Me ka mpenyumfo efre me. And some of them I wish them commit me body, but I'm modding.
Okay.
People who were now feeling a certain hopelessness in our party, just because I was able to be bold to say these things, they feel that, who say any problem, then we can build our party. But if they think, say, we don't even know what is happening, or we don't even know what happened, the hopelessness because we're there, our party name, and that is what I think. Say that is what we do. But me, I mean, shem nanti ene mabawa ni kuna, especially as Santa Fe.
Asa na omunkunan, mami musa krachi question man o say na ebra na wo fa ho no say John wo for issue commission no na ubu papa no they no wo see you immediate pass you no ebia na wan fa bu ni ani dia amanu nti ti na wo call ye no so say me no ni appointment because ebe wan say obi ti say honorable asefo abeko no beka say go and I get out. I don't have an appointment.
And I make sure say I didn't want to make him a discussion. I mean a discussion point. Me see assembly Syrian, you have followed social media. Okay. I'm not the only person saying it.
Okay.
I'm not the only person saying it. Okay. But as I said, we will learn from it. And we have to learn from it so that next time, see, make appointment. We have to make appointment to people who are party people who we know say, okay, they are technical people, but they also understand the party and can also support the party.
Okay, Nana, if one croford any agent say, okay, that's one I'm concerned about. As a for you have said it all, God bless you. And Nana, if was say, wow, Drew, good morning. He say, my brother shouldn't feel bad for anything he said. It's the truth. We can relate. Oh, I see. Then obi so wabo obi din specifically me mpese me boni panidi. Okay, Oyibo Boateng, what Honorable Asefo is saying is true. I called him for my promotion and Honorable Asefo spoke with me nicely and forwarded me to Mr. Kwati, who was the spokesperson of education ministry, and he declined my request. Omubo bodin ko de nya butransa ma enfa into okay how are modi, and then so many people did same, from national executives to government appointees. It hurts for working for this party. Oyibo Boateng onim no o wetwima ne bi onim na or say adokofo or say antia, they were indeed wicked and arrogant. I went to honorable bidi menu mi enu eni menka o TV so mo mbekọ akokan be. Can you see I went to Honorable so and so with my wife and my sick daughter, seeking for help to buy her medication. This MP looked at my daughter and asked us to go and come back next week. Obatebi ana enu nso nu oni bi wo ana o hwe na nka obetimi aboa on.
Also, me no have discussions. You see, some of the MPs are for abontain the onim so more okay, but trust me, they are struggling. Never think they will be a member of parliament, so he's good. Out of benevolence and ipanawa when him so ya nyankopon be shano. But nobody should ever feel say was MP I didn't MP nyamano. For I know some MPs are mutimi to yankopon school fees, not one school fees on NTI.
Yeah,
so it's a very difficult situation. The mestre emrante ne mabawa party nim ne se the SCBA no omunya abotre the SCBA no we can only appeal to them. The SCBA no a chopa ne de bema wo. We the young men and young women in the party will carry this party on our shoulder and rebuild it. You better rebuilding on the tenets of humility. You better building on the tenets of understanding. The who say nipa ne de ya de ye ma menom ne papa no mo wo asantimemu a reho ato wo mo no the best he bronya nine de wom se mu wa obetwen sa bronya nine. But last week me call, in fact Sunday me call me thank you to me no me kase wi abun some of them will come the be cry the best ato ababy o manum ho class ma meto ababy. But you see, these are stories when you hear it gives a certain kind of hope.
But so video prince one more video ka say nye o mo ma meto abanti na mo lucy.
So me ka say no so kan ho bi.
But who ka say nkom beto ye kran ka be mo me sure.
Nyem na me ka say.
Eno nyewa.
Well, so I believe that young men and young women will have their say in the party going forward. Now me de manu see no da Joada. That's on the 17th of February.
Okay, Joada
yes, Asofo Foundation is donating. You donate about 20,000 exercise books.
Okay.
To Nkwada public schools, ne private schools, ewo Otafu.
Enye MP na Yes, a foundation.
Well, so resources coming from me as well.
And you can hear.
Oh, but
and
we are using the foundation.
Is
the foundation that is doing the 20,000 year old and for that 22,000.
Prince, where are the to Sano? Wako to Adie. We are more for that
22,000 for constituency, both private and public. In the will be in free.
Hey, who was a full radio?
We are giving it to
online radio, Anna.
No, you're online, just a community radio.
Yes. Hey, honorable
for politics, just community.
Honorable wine.
The Namia Dumo Dagwada. Asantime mo baba boy na no the krata mo they will come to help. Apart from that, yes, tables and chairs, about 1,000 of them. Okay. And also they all the schools in the community and the education office as well. To me, you say invite all prominent people who are interested in giving back to society to come and join. Na yes, I the fair thing for Mankwada more Otafo constituency.
Thank you. So the money be aka ho munya mai mo mukra mo ballet honorable naija na power yes of fire
describe me say my ballet
wa mallet
yes sha say obi edem say me wa
enti ebo tapes do na wa
yes
uhun say ye bo say
honorable nensem o kan wo first tape am boy
okay
ne nyina manitua
o dey time no menche o pe bi account o dey kan yenko mami ma pi so akwaba pi o so wa malita na o ba late de nyane za waba pipa cho mobile late na ya na ha me kakra yetina se twenche na so
you say I'm starting 9.
Yes, starting 9. 8:30.
On 9. But now 9. Sometimes after 9 cry.
The opinion producer someone
it's true.
We are
maybe 9 on am
a school sir. Peter Diaba. Yati akwaba.
Na me pese mo be for.
You pese be for. Hey, you right. What did you administration customer administration di for?
I mention honorable Vincent na kwesi nso mechia. So I'm on the production team.
Obiara Joso.
Ohwe bia Mr. and Mrs. Amanzuba. Valentine's Day Pozo his batch the batch and I'll be there.
Titi Pozo his.
Yes.
Wow.
One Ghana pub.
I see.
Spinters Road opposite Petrosol. Sabes no meko.
Na o branch what motorway ne so 13 junction. I see.
Just like the issue honorable the 2J. I have watched it already on TikTok. Na in part, I agree with him. In part, okay. I don't agree with him. My reason is that your culture values, say your manner infiltrating into our daily affairs.
In
the sense, say, in other jurisdictions, men can Africa, probably Africa, it exists in many places, even in Ghana. But then, say a tier wants to say, it is very, very important and critical. Say, obey informing the say, baho.
You're doing politics, and this is the kind of argument you want to make.
I'm trying to build a point. The way we are not turning honorable down, in my opinion, and I said in my instinct, I feel say there is something that Urano feel say honorable Ayana say on baby one home.
Not all channel Ketsy for boys and girls.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
No, fine, it's part of it, but it be now there was an issue honorable him. It be out on one fan who that because no baho before.
Okay.
The possibility say be a while draining home be. No, until the man attended Duncan in actual fact, very difficult. I remember very well, say, I booked an appointment on phone with a former boss, Penny, almost CEO, Ufimia area.
Okay.
And then I had prepared.
Former boss, CEO.
Boss.
I had
prepared my friend is saying project
no mo ka hono elu
me project kitwa bi
okay
me dey kwa kochire no I booked appointment na ye nhia
okay
enti me call her oh sister ya me call o ma me 10 o'clock me try o ma ne 4:30
p.m.
telling you
it was no wasa
nya botire na o ma me nya adwuma yi o ye wa adwuma de nya me ngbisa re ma
sakra obedu ho no na abobe say 12 something of course o ye busy people
okay
no ba ye no
but no nim so you busy so no book appointment on them out 10
on no ma me 10
okay
na nkrofo I mean reception ona your door so fine oba ye no he took care of all the NPP for na omo ba omo kropa na omo until reception no omo ba street mete ho sama the secretary no wa drawn attention several times me ka very well say owura adma kuma fi ofa oba ho be shia me ho ono so twam koye na at the last hour I will be everywhere they had virtually closed o mama kwanya se memrem me call no eno ase oti na kwanya se no danda nani se medim kro ho behwe wanhwe nti dia me work
and you were okay with it
baby dia me work and me catch them who must work catch them mo sorry am on nam radio so na mo kasa by heart mo sorry na mo pay mwa I didn't go there for money or I didn't go there for I went there with a project I felt so it was viable me dey catch them my prepare bibia that is the only thing he told me and I left in fact we have many
so no problem
but I
don't have a person say na also no problem
there be most of them no ma dwene say wo ba ho wo be pesca but in honorable case no I doubt say na man dwene say be hwes girlfriend no you understand but mama yanti e ho say wo be ko ba bia e ho hia say wo be book appointment the first na wo fa ho say John ti na wo ko you know does not mean say any other person will entertain you in that way because when wo fa wo ntem
including so just me as a member of parliament tafofo said omoba parliament omoba say bi omomuke appointment ya man so no ototafo no wato abama wo nim say no wodi tafo MP achi waboa no amana be MP ne be penessing den no aba me nchen of parliament also muke appointment
you see
so oba here no I have to hold her hands and take her to where
but what is the problem now
yes
but the CEO for no dey say anto aba
chief
oh I said na me busa wo fire one at a time wadaroma you feel me won say wo ya to aba ma ono ya anto aba ma no e na ya mansa ono de ya mansa for money mu ampani so animu a we fratamni enti onim saketis na wo kan nani na abre
enu ti na elusu aba no
okay
and I make sure say that is a wrong move ya mansa ono free tafo a oba no de onimu ane say ne MP no aba no ho obepe ebia nursing admission and the amane ba o free Kumasi a wabdru ha no I have to find a way to go to health ministry in this meba na woni ho a problem ni ho tieni yo se meba na woni ho a problem ni ho meba na se wo meeting mu a problem ni ho but here be the case I entered with the national executive the finance director of the party Collins Nyoma ojina ho Collins no hwem nim ka chen so woni mini appointment so he cannot engage but na then Collins bet me aka Collins can say, oh, honorable, na so they can bet me in that time or say they will mean appointment. Yes.
Oh,
so first time say is
oh, MP, who knew na Collins as where Vincent as a four
he knows one is only me. So the point I'm trying to say is say, once I agree with you when it comes to that corporate environment, so who see you are when it's on an important discussion, also book your appointment, there's no problem with that. But yeah, man of way. I honestly he is there because of my sweat.
Yes.
I had to sweat in order to bring 40,000 votes. Now see about office, my booking appointment, you sack me. Then you don't understand politics, and that is why the youth voted against you.
You see,
so all person will say, "Mamina or T bank hono."
Yes.
Ono no nhihye and as a kwan obefa so ne nkrofo be deal corporately no different from said their politician now we see will be
enti ohwe me a me constituency
by convention and I said that is the practice
by convention in fact oko constituency Mondays no wonim say oh Mondays the parliament doesn't sit into ohwe mpia Sunday wanya na Monday di obenya no enti Monday no beba no ne nkrofo wo fie obotwe but they know say anya hwe kra no Vincent baba be hwene mama and papa until they will find me there. The patriotic I say. Omo buy no, omo buy fie no. Not even a single person I'm no appointment. Yes, but I cannot say.
Yes.
In fact, omo party office well. Not even a single person.
Say obi a obeti ase ana se bia e be make sense say o case no de ne de unu obi na eto aba ma o but he onu de ya nto aba ma me na ya frɛ no
mebo aha na me ye to aba ma me no
okay
me na me call your campaign e de 40,000 votes buy from Tafo ana wo wonya ho fa so aba wo be CEO there's a relationship you cannot ever say
okay
so no yan to aba
there's a political relationship and that is honorable ya share so say so odi visitors e cha wan hwa ontimi nye adwuma
potent so the kosia no no e dey onye national executive of the party onye politician
honorable say utie me here me can say
I rest my case
utie me say me can say na me can say e bia no na what akọ e bia no wo me na se pobi e woni mu Obi a hunkrapo ye no hindada for one reason or the other you don't know. But I'm saying say
fire eno de me kra de kakra me meka say nyese me ka ma honorable na me odi brief but so wo me na support party o mu wo mu die bofo ko hunu kwa me nyina na obeka obi a hun peni pa ne bi oni faction but you are working for a bigger interest. Yes, so wo do me na support beto in China.
You know it happens. Mama told me your sister station FM.
Okay.
In October, I will never forget they interviewed Ura John Board.
Okay.
As some and say, and I read meanings into a benobu na TF4, but a be brantiase or say, you're two abani we are, and you're becan sempa. There and then, there and then, they knew that they had lost the election, and they knew the people who made them lose the election. And so, Satan, no man can. Yeah, can almost we are good. There's to quite new on no.
But they don't so interested na behind the scenes they were not doing that.
You see,
because now we election. So
okay,
behind the scenes.
Into of me so question man of 1 minute. Then tina na munim say issues or Ghana for can. In fact, we cry the comments about say so na munim Ghana for see dem mu ye ka say BBI okay. Russia Ukraine war. Munja ye Ghana for the onu awosum no say me ho kire me say ho infa na kire ka wanu tum.
Na my assembly Suzuka.
Suzuka so obi di nebi wo fie. But who him say that issues no wo.
No, we had a problem.
Argentina na nkofo kan na
we had the problems, but as I said, senior, I was so where umbeso be politics, then don't come and be a CEO because we CEO now be you know. Also, who say your term of office is coterminous with that of the president.
Yes, you see,
the president who I agree with you. If you say me call
Peter and okay, for
me know we are agreeing some part, and I know we are agreeing some. But I'm sure say your cultural values we are weaving into certain things. Emma, we think say Bibia abotre ube book appointment no matter what
fire so fire Africa
African politics coming to Africa no so I hear that
and only 41%
coming to Africa
41 requires almost 41
coming to Africa then who here pass the okay somehow you be entertain but almost don't cause some example be say obi e de ne ba ene se na ne ba
honorable MPP.
You see such things, no. We come in why your budget say we MP obe Mosca. And I will call the other kind of MP.
Of I didn't see now run pana dream. So be who are who know.
Yan sap trarasa.
And the man some to the face
last week.
Someone okay.
Last week. Last week.
When you offer you they talk.
Last week me in conform
okay.
You call institution bi na nipa na ya pound no or your fresh na dey na call na ya information we wanted to go and find out mene na issue ada na ya me ansan so koy ya koy no ne mo bia issue ada ba yenim no ya call radio so ya boni din so
ya ntem na boni na me Peter ho no
ya call ya na sister ya
was last question bi o mo
bi sa say woni no appointment na am say there bi and was mo free and am saying cry was say there be like specifics and am say communicators o call your buy woni dey o ka kire o catch say omo meeting
na
obebuka
Peter mra
oje your number say no be friend ya we don't
Peter what you be o ye go
mama ma wache
ye nia
mama nchia Ghana fo nyina my senior man back, Comrade Abu Sadiq, or show Fidi Kesi, Enchiano, one of our strong men, Obua party, on the grounds. Na Minya Razak, almost or more. Is a young Kuma, you didn't share Minya. I don't know, you share. You see, yeah, and your money will have a big anger now, they come on. Say party, yo. Any government teacher.
Politicians
say Okonesa Ubugu party. Ubugu Abai.
So you agree with Vincent? Honorable
Let me
Vincent.
make this point. You see, a common agenda.
Okay.
A common interest. Every appointee. Say or ye MPO. So we are CEO. We are MDO. We are director. We are all working.
Appointee for the CEOs name this in a appointee. These ones are elected.
And they are in the name of the party that has formed government.
Okay.
And we are working to achieve a common goal. So in this case, our papa say we are resetting Ghana. And every unity we are working together to reset Ghana. And in the moment I will me a CEO of a different company and I may bow. It is not ordinary.
Okay.
And you know, say impo why you busy? Oh, I'm not boss of what? Ye with ye, minim same idea komobu. Mr. Romo will emergency. My enkasa this time.
Okay.
Now sort of issue no communication.
Okay.
Because as a father will not just come to your office for coming sake. How then all met how? But
and how do you two or more money appointed?
And Timinia, Nanaya, yes, I'm to Wada. So, it is
the typical politician until when you're on a
government, I say,
Okitaketi for boys and girls, no,
Mura, a war party activism. It was almost sorry, I know more than them. Your best sales is here. You see, sometimes positioning the mawa, there are key areas. You don't treat them as regular people.
Okay.
Because you are working in sync. And now, to our people, I mean, I don't pay. I'm my friend, Penny B. Honorable Edgy, my channel. My friend once pay one fat. Within 2 minutes, of him back.
Give your number.
Oh, it's a make us matter. So we are all working in sync. When you say, my friend, now you said there's a purpose, there's a reason. In JBR, honorable as if we echo CEO no phone. See only my Juma as if we.
Okay.
Is that your canon? Or also work and mobilize a constituency and a Buama or Munya victory. What be a CEO? And this all about one about a bit so. And Tim Pum to many panel and Ninkutown, a Brana and Nipana Bahona communication. And it goes to all our appointees and the echo. And Kumobe Bray and Echo so. And Pennyfola was Ramen Fakunya, so I mean, Dr. Kalistos Mahama Abaso.
Okay.
You see, one of the brain behind the success of President Mahama, Dr. Kalistos Mahama. So I'm not and run up and you'll be the command say behind every successful John Mahama, there is a Dr. Kalistos Mahama. Son say, Papa name dia.
Or they
hire them. Oh,
but we know this everyone money.
As a Dr. Kalistos need the Obama CEOs, no na ministers and deputies, no so if you refer okay, because until now
American ABC because presidency for now. Nipa bebre na ko papa ba so. Nipa e ko so. Nipa obi e frɛ no, omo ko ne nkyɛn. Ɛne obi a no betumi ne omadi nkomo. But how tactfully the man is handling situation at the presidency na efe na I was here born about no and mostly people when they say oh he's just close to the man keke during the election though so he was with the man there were so many groups and people he supported to do special campaign operations across the country and my team was part and anything I make us ask them I know the works
okay
of team papa ni so yemu aye yi adwuma e de boa campaign My team was part of that. Vincent Ike, a bit me be after because I'm for Rebecca a new padoma aircon or so. And any part in penny for aircon in channel. So we know how to handle and communicate with the party leaders, with the party members, with all other private members at Becon in China. At the end of the day, South Baby at the Becon so. But okay, thank God say he's handling too. Such situation we know. A way of we handling every unit I their science our tact. Now you know the people that come to us and how we liaise and deal with them. And on the balance at the end of the day, no, Sebotaya, Memphis President Mama, I was say about resetting Ghana. No, be a contributing the kakra. Na yet me aboa, na yet me I reset Ghana.
Thank you.
By your information, be as if we're a candidate. How many a day was here no about it? The presidency.
Honorable, any na doma conso de fufra ba I pray say committee for no mu kwa probo no mu tie mu na omu tie bi so won framam ni because e bi anya obi anso na betimi akọ committee nanim because all can udie amanfo nso as omu can before so do so any na doma conso so good morning UTV auntie ya what honorable was saying on the TikTok is very true. Did you say anything about TikTok?
Yeah, that's what TikTok you played.
Okay. Okay. Very true. I went to the local government sector and the then CEO Obo engineer no Diono so mame fan identity into sacked me from his office. Were many that went to the office. We went to seek for employment at the local government sector. Meanwhile, he was issuing some appointments to others. He asked us to bring. He asked us who brought us here. It was so painful to us. Nti asa wonya mwa kakra obi nso see me show ma una wa anko lose your seat or say I pray you don't lose your seat.
Tabo for they are very reasonable.
All these things are true.
But obi nso say na wo e ya na say mo nso mo ko do parliament o mo frɛ mo amomfa.
Oh this time the oba me floor 11th floor parliament.
Okay. And yet, mo frame of phone so among fan.
See, I'm
here. Be in person, be so free.
See, I'm here, frame obviously.
On to Memphis. Okay.
Anyway.
Ora.
Anyway,
ora, the presentation there call. Na yes say idea ni dey say the trimu etie nie. E ho nkomo na dey enti ene it is oral day. Na yaka Council of State kakra. Then we are good to go. Honorable, you can't watch them now. Oh,
I can start if you want me to.
You want to start? Okay. There is no problem. It's here, ora, because as a more problem, but ora so a boy you man, I'm a complaints in so call over 2,000 complaints. Any anamoa omotu. Our president Abu Chediama age say on chassis na ontu anamo. Yes, we tun fit enti amo nko. Which people they fear?
We don't fear anything. We don't fear anything like that. But the woman say, "Who say, Oran and say me shall say, you raise constitutional issues." The kind. Oh, your mampenina. I also your mampenina. We are very much interested in your state institutions. Obama, I hear Obama back and say we don't need strong men. We need strong institutions.
Okay.
And to see our institutions are dealing with corruption. We need to beef up and also show to the Ghanaian people that certain institutions, you know, a bit me a Juma ye person by Yadiamaye. Until you will CID, you will Yoku, special prosecutor. Until now, my dream when I say, right from the onset, you know, we will allow these institutions to do the kind of work Yama oral area.
Okay.
They will tell you say oral you're just preparatory committee. Omo de konkonsa, ni we are normally akwa president.
Now friend konkonsa.
Yes, because the president himself.
Konkonsa asema eni nyina so ni adanse.
Na so bi
asem na kire na owie no asema meka ye ni nyina so ni a still qualifies as
so the complaints have been sent to oral. Oral the complaints in the akoma your friend is a president president and so the ama AG. AG obviously will need the services of CID and other experts in information and as a investigation of some of these things. So it comes back to the same thing. Main issue is the CID and the prosecutors or AG, they are the same persons going to deal with this matter. What you say? Yeah, well, Right to Information Act.
Before our no more issues, over 2,400 complaints and a complainants. Now, Bikra ne bima ko police order, but omo the needed M1. And I also say ebi mo hono
in the previous administration.
Omusuo mponti oma anko, but ene ora abadia me nko kama se me mfa dance enko, and then omo ento aso emfiri ho a.
The entity I may disagree with and say a president also say I'm ready to deal with the corruption. The president commitment and say CID said the election killings by a president a true green letter to come IGP say onye nhwehwemu. No one set up even a task force to deal with some of these matters going forward. The president could have used the CID say Ghana for Mabe. I am interested in dealing with corruption. My stance on anti-corruption issues is still intact. So what I want to do is say go to the Ghana Police Service or CID, must set up a task force like what he did the other time, so that you'll be seen to be strengthening or consolidating with state institutions like the CID and Yoko. That these people normally bear SID way and also never this such informations. And a platform has been created. And I say CID experts know whatever you need to go and give it to them, you give it to them. Maybe you also copy the AG's office and I be better.
So Bisoka said at the time now Orano he was a president elect.
Yes.
And you know sitting president, you know need so much fun. You know so maintain to say muku na mudia mumwame so that me watch and umbe unse meni abre. Inti mo we are fame babe me AG no AG sum.
What is the time difference? Or start say Oma instructions to the IGP. It was just within the first 2-3 days.
Oma instructions and Oma appeal.
No, it was instruction the first 2-3 days when he was sworn in. That was one of the first letters I collected sure the command IGP. Say 2020 elections you nipa, 2024 you nipa. Even without they knowing, says how many nights even before the court are prosecuting. Because
that's the oral before he was sworn in.
Yes, I agree, but I'm just saying that what is the difference in timing?
Okay.
It doesn't make any difference because they come back to the same because they come back to the same institutions what the omoye because say Oma state institutions in India anymore you will know what they are doing and where they are. A typical example Techiman election killings and Savelugu and Odododio. Who say Kaleso Strauss agree letter the call because say Omanya Botra Nyhwehwemu say ade no krampo it is before the court AG prosecuting no until say letter the call no mu say ade no kra no former AG prosecutor mu all of them has been lying before the court and it was stated in Sakrata no and I say search for krata obotwa komo Okujato because you remember Okujato and Amaboa and this asem no ko dan shraj.
Okay.
Emma search from mama say oh omo ni na ache say issues no they are already with the court AG the prosecutor. So my point is first and foremost we needed to make sure say we have strong institutions and obi oyam mampanyini bia no also you're very much interested. Number 2 Orans and say me a question the credibility of President Mahama in terms of the anti-corruption stance. Didn't you make us say at the very same time also we are interested in prosecuting people no are you saying say you are prosecuting people who are your opponent and I say nkrofo mo de omo ye part of NDC the omo de prosecute omo ye I'm saying this because you were hand who say first 2 days Attorney General yes sworn in of filing only prosecution and withdrawals. Up to now, who letter now or try to come a court no. Say yeah, no prosecutor say withdrawal. I don't know because both of them were different
headings, Anna.
Different effect.
Oh, okay.
The knowledge prosecutor and withdrawal they are two different things. Now the effect. Said knowledge prosecutor now when the effect. Say withdrawals now when the effect. And so we don't even know which of them is the case.
I think specific say a withdrawal. Because initially, now me cry me feel say be a null prosecutor, but all kind of statements in a womb say withdrawal. So
we should really know where cases ne drew. And some one who say Ade we file withdrawal na so file no prosecutor. So file withdrawal okay. So cases that you are close to prosecution.
File withdrawal. So ma Ghana fu hu sa na
yes. Ana wonim. Wokohwe ye 1992 constitution na article 296 ekasa about discretion. Yama AG discretion say at every point in time no irrespective of where the cases have gotten to until say ye nyama judgment there obetimi file sa no le prosecutor na withdrawal so.
Okay.
Na o file a any kwasa o ma obia any explanation we agree and legally it is right it is apt.
Okay.
But
and
two
no lawyer phobia kase and it's not always the case that there was a case be Omodeka said now you should be able to give a reason for filing a null prosecution.
I don't think so.
And yet cast in stone and a blanket say me filing null prosecution.
A cast in stone.
Oh,
it is only when you want to juxtapose that with a constitutional provision.
Okay.
Ne a constitutional provision, you know. Article 11, Ebechro say, and no so chain a year all these your friend say acts of parliament. And to share act 30 no, and no a what null prosecutor is any procedure. Any what withdrawal is section 54 and 59. And no a but all juxtapose this act with the constitutional provisional, then the lawyer will tell you say then we have to go for the constitution because article 11 not show the sources of law which of them is big, and that is why I'm saying say article 296 of the 1992 constitution not show PFA say in exercising such a discretion no, you need to make sure say you exercise it fairly and justifiably so that obiabe who say ade na ho ye no e fair e transparent na e probity probity Oshe NDC for na nkasa nso omo anti-corruption stance and omo ka ho asema. They wanted to be very transparent. They promised to be very accountable to the people. And legally no, they have the law on their side not to give any explanation to anybody. But morally, so there is a thin line between the legality and the morality aspect of it. The moral aspect and they
say withdrawal obema explanation and
say withdrawal Nasa omekino at the time of prosecution any case there you need and I say your friend say also at future time no what you say any AG can go back to the same issue with the same facts. The explanation
the case can be resurrected.
Yes, it can be resurrected.
Oh really?
Yes, if it is no I think that's section 59D or 59B honum baby. That is where it is. Say, oh yeah, na say
of which act 30.
Act 30.
Okay.
And the Ebetro say when prosecution closes its case.
Act 30 no more amendments na am into effect on.
There be no effect.
Okay.
And the Act 30 no section 59 to Ebetro say prosecution closing the case what that means they say so file withdrawal a future AG or a future government can also resurrect the matter. That's what I'm saying, that there's a clear distinction between null prosecution and withdrawal. So it's not the same thing. But the point I'm trying to make is say, in making sure say what file such a null prosecution or say oh you need to more be explanation, you know, it is incumbent on you with Article 296 of the Constitution on the morality aspect of it. Say 2 days in office as an Attorney General. What kind of investigations now? I feel the who say cases a go no. In your cases, I also a prosecutor. Why don't you allow the court to establish a guilt or innocence of these persons? Because when I allow court to know I establish the guilt and innocence of these persons, it is in the mind of people, even international community, especially with respect to Bank of Ghana governor. You as a governor of the Bank of Ghana, we are not sure whether indeed the accusations that have been leveled against you say no cray, say no cray. We don't know. AG say enya no kre. Yes, I don't know what can. But have you been able to convince every Ghanaian that why don't you allow the court to establish that guilt or establish the innocence of that person so that we know say indeed Papa ni hu ni asem, because the credibility of the posterman which is the governor of the Bank of Ghana no neba be di Ghana enim aye all our negotiations aba be di Ghana enim are making all these your friend say decisions on behalf of Ghana. We needed someone with an unsoiled credibility. We needed someone who had a full intact of the credibility in place. The AG can argue, and then this will argue, say, oh, the integrity is on point and all that. But mind you, when it comes to issues of morality, you needed to find a way to clear the minds of every Ghanaian and say, adidie sanete anase papa ni hu ni asem because all these allegations have been pelted against him in 2013 to 2016 as a deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana. He was superintendent over the banking sector in this country. And Tisike Edukoma Unibank did not happen under him. Why don't you allow him to make sure by establishing the guilt or innocence so that he can have his peace of mind? Also, you could have still appointed him because he has not been convicted yet. Now I allow process and as a court now day. So I deny him so that at the right time and as the appropriate time, we can deal with such matter. Matter say agency cases no crache. Now say 8 years and get to me a year. No. The governor of the Bank of Ghana, Deputy Mr. Siamadiano, started somewhere in 2019. And 2019 to date is about 5 years. I have read a number of cases when you're back.
But who's a case with
12 years, 13 years.
Dr. Siama Bank of Ghana. No?
Yes.
Prosecution no can same way. It's a prosecution are closing the case. It is a prosecution are closing the case. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Cases no a two.
Okay.
One of them prosecution has closed this case. One of them it has not. So which of them now issue
they were closing the case,
Yes.
So or they withdraw our cry.
Yes.
You say Onipano has been discharged,
yes.
acquitted and discharged.
Yes.
It cannot be resurrected.
No, he cannot be tried on the same facts.
That's not only prosecuted. He has been acquitted.
That is withdrawal. He cannot be tried on the same facts.
On the same facts.
Yes.
So it means that on that case he's been acquitted and discharged.
Absolutely, I agree.
A better problem
because there is another issue which is also related.
Okay, which of the cases?
Yes, and
the same case and a war wings and different cases.
Different cases. And I make a choice. No. One of the lawyers can say, "Oh, Africa no my first witness."
Oh,
it has not gotten anywhere.
Okay.
So in the eyes of the international community, it is a doubt that you've created around the man.
We work camera pa, but yenshe Ghana phone so. Ebria mampeni mahama obonto ano oka this oral thing. Na dia ba kwa menim ni se campaign brain mu no, men cash kra no, onya kan 24 economy no. Opponents and opposition for you started shooting it down. What is 24 economy? Omutumi nchira say you shut it down. Enti na munim se oral no bibi illegal. So just duplication of roles, any idea or institutions and all that. Why didn't you shoot and also down? And now Moka say, oh, or any business as usual. And as no, I say, Bia, a betcha cherry be monty. Now I feel na I drain up. I say, eh, aquanu any aberrant shoot to the end down.
She ora, you mubi in ya quenya. I mean, this is the oral document and this is for now. Share the first page. I was quite ura. It has been a confused committee since day one. You know why?
Why has it been? Maybe because said they are more canon.
No problem. I'm giving you the basis.
They are giving the information so that.
Let me give you the basis. What the one page one? Share page one. I say why ura.
Okay.
Investigating corruption cases.
Okay.
So from day one, I have always been saying this that they do not have any constitutional basis whatsoever to deal with anything like investigation. They don't have that power. That's what I'm saying, that it has been a confused committee. Read it, page 1. This is what they said, and I said this even before elections. That on what basis now, because the ORA will 2 minutes over investigating corruption cases, or say recovering misappropriated state resources. They don't have that responsibility.
Okay. So take a breather, homie.
I don't make it.
Peter Somra and Peter weighing arguments and irrespective of said the Moka Soma boy Juma cases received any Sassini Sika or massive properties and can see a quantifier or mubet me and save if we are able to retrieve the said Yamuyan and Namura Quans.
Squad almost more show.
And then me and Charam Agbesi Segavia Petswa Alonso and I. Three.
And all national to organize the Bobo Boys. This is about 12 man.
Maybe
your national to organize the Bobo Boys.
Oh, I tell you, organizer.
They won't try. He's still within it.
He's still within it. What's the Ghana? The 40 and you got to me. Young quite.
Gasa got the street house or show.
Okay.
As a former Chief Justice Gasak.
We did 2 years.
2 years, 2 terms.
Oh, I see.
But I first CJ or Twafum.
Okay.
CJ Twafum.
CJ
now. You see, President Bia with vision.
Okay.
Now all the vision, but now the strategies are tired. Into fighting corruption. President Mahama promised Ghana for say as part of the institutions are established ye committee corruption no or the be a friend oral ebeden ebeba.
Okay.
Ghana for jesade ni tom nchichi mo ye de ma Ghana for akoma so ama nam sa yo so Ghana for do na to aba e de ma ye papa John Mama ye papa John Mama e be the president no or the see ayodo asset committee a sa ora na o ka kire Ghana for e tire so to aba man no establish it omo mandate no na sister ya e clear say corruption issues ya kwa kan asem de bia no institutions na dwuma omo ye no gab bi wom enti committee omo mra na omo maboa na omo organize information or cases of corruption omo wia ye de be ma appropriate institutions omo wo prosecutorial powers na omo ye den omo take action. It's the mandate of
nanka ontumi nko corruption na ne opeso ye ontumi fa institutions na wo ho no enye achieve same purpose.
This one thing the same time you not get any different results.
Sure saying
that institutions now can omo na wo ho sa na ntin kojo ho corruption ye we ku fa do ba ya etiatese.
But ora need to me say omu be the case na chi enti owie wasan dia commerce institution anya hwe no age office no wo ho ya enti eno no dia commerce
in fighting corruption and investigation no you want the information gathering, you want the analysis of the information, and you want getting witness to the information and then action to be taken.
Okay,
so see all of one juma na omai no number 1 oma gather information within the information on my analysis almost over $20 billion. $20 billion. Sika. One case is out of 2,417. No, the almost analyzing here 1,483. And no sika man actually about $20 billion. Is that and ya the bow.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, possible. I was here. And almost straight say properties a manager padia and no so kwakodi ankran phone some Ghana 40k broko brofisi more and also so over $700 million. And you know a kabubro bi na nkofo bi atwa to Ghana for so
my opponent no mu ni ho problem o say the da no one fan to a free to
the president has power to set up committees to complement every work as state institutions given the vision he has for the country.
Okay.
And the problem man people for nya na koko bibi. And now she MPP penny bi now the person test na hwepe ka say ora bo America bi on beto no. Wa mu suro ora keke.
Because of Mokase,
Mon
fight corruption, but Mon fighting them.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Peter, now what shall so say? Case he said, or GWA, or the bayi, and now our boy shade their ma age.
Yes.
Now say, see, I no say, you so starting cases in no dear. Yanya she no, dear now on a was if we're in common coffee honum no. Dr. Siama, Honorable Collins Auda, money will be 8 years and they are betram. And he said, Muslim start here 4 years, be a no 8 years to Cromwell. And 4 years a month, we are age full for Beban. On also may filing only prosecute, and so may withdraw, and not just a Juma or in answer as she go.
Until as part of the ages work, any shrine, any other institution, no, you know. Committee no aye movement fans a best fan. Because information has been gathered, analysis has been made, witnesses have been provided. Take action.
Information
way, and you have been a information. Because I've been a better witnesses.
And he said, no, he's coming to gather information.
You see, that tree. There are stages, anything I can say. Information gathering, analysis of the information, getting witnesses, and taking action. the action side ne see ano na age no ti see ano enya afi na age no ba be press yenkope in cases on corruption cases ne ade yenkoye more analysis of the cases yenkope witnesses. Now all this have been provided.
So can say na me be bisa say no dia waso mu yi omo ache nya nhwehwe mu bia eno ane say wo kokko
eno ane say wo friend your friend say if the witnesses have been provided, analysis have been given kokko your friend ko number the AG e was so yarn say the office no eduma ne so and to all set special unit on this. That case is over 2,000 cases now. These people should be handling
it. Also, set another special.
And within the age now.
I didn't think any farmer was because say charging na on corruption pure.
The AG
and I say obi an fan kwa on kwa. Say OSP there wo.
The AG has the mandate because OSP ni share AG na say. And as part of an arrangement to deal with this case, members, some people from the
OSP office another
agency within the AG, Attorney General, also Attorney General and Minister of Justice.
Sure.
And within it now, the workers now, all signing, they should just get a delegate people specifically working on the case.
Ntina make us any adentina won ka say eji OSP no umra ni bia na epone ma no nti sa dia farmer OSP
and make us say so that is part of the recommendation I'm making. And the AG can look at say young fa OSP team and the enka ho say cases not doso.
Thank you.
Na ya say enko ye na fe dem mra de na oka and president mama we need work commitment say obe fight corruption oba ye siama and certain others. This is my fam has as example. Some more under NC and National Communication Authority. Anamba. Fantastic. It's National Communication Authority abam ha. Now abeka say prince obi mpe. Wadi boni bi wa ha. Enti ya be ma na ye den atwa so. Despite media say, oh, only one be some am okay. Be him. Your friend say, oh, father. As so we members now so we say, they mo can in na so be any was all them NCA
more of regulation the license say the NMC now person can.
Fantastic. NMC. I just want
maybe I know that you broadcasting running so
fantastic. At the end of the day, Yama NMC for 7 years in Fiam song. Asama wo katia bimpe no prosecution na hwe enfiem son NMC for 200. Ana de chen ya Ghana for si asesa. Na afaradation akwakoye NMC for MD and I say CEO. Oba ya no si o. NMC for asema na mo wotia obimpe no. E wo do gradansem. E ka keke ne bo man asem bi anim ye twem. Would you come and fight for that Dixon? Wow, Cassatia, Prince of Bimpa, wouldn't say, and Untian and I so. And fear song, what me on a Father, no Cassatia say, and some be him, and that's be him. I never baba NMC board, CEO, and as a director. What 2 cases not on chance, or my dear Queen, and directly focus on other areas and conform with you or bonnet, or no more now, quack of fortune. Empty, many years of what? I'm people for man and I'm over yanka. And now your political witch hunting. Sankanamu wa dance ye bit young go for young can feel so few more and come out to me as any man that.
Now, Pierre, no answer we briefly, mammy. So I can say, case ni be on no more. Nanka omu ye wie dada. Ti say do ma bom kura wie. Prosecution na ye ni case wie. Enti di enti na mo ma omu ni asem ni wie na ase judgment ni ma.
So when pass a case. Any tia, my boss, chairman of Usampofo, or court 205 times. 205 times. As a man, I would tell. I knew the assembly and India and Fiam song.
Okay, thank you.
Know, the bottom line is that MPP form someone who muketia. Sango fuya no muye NDC phone nan. Na your political witch hunting. It's a for papa bi anim. Omuni evidence bia. Ana na ye waste state ne time. Ana ye waste victims for no so time. Enti aban for fraba. Ana wa hwe say government and waste the time and resources on following this case. It will withdraw. Who your lawyer? Emre mu no. Who di to me say government has the right, the attorney general has the right to withdraw cases. almost said you and Fasobia him just waiting
patcho me that say my fire no analyze them
ora for na dwuma o maye kana fo ni age omo de akwa attorney general ebe take the next step President Mahama ama direction so on take action ASAP and right. I believe in Dr. Professor Ayene and he will do the do and before say ebia obi Professor
Najogo
obi sura Mesremo ora has come to will start the prosecution
no akasa wo hu ne sen wo tim finfini
so no say Mr. Benjamin so e ho hia say Dr. Professor yemuku appointment e ho hia pa
offer okay yate yanko
oral I am surprised about the fact say MPP for criticize oral but time His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, former president. Hey, you are say, yes. Former president Obegu MPP party.
You know, commentary
now. Obegu MPP party, no say Ghana. Nentua bomu.
How na so Obegu MPP party?
Nanado.
MPP party na gu.
Just ya.
Party akọ elections no we lose ya party egu.
Hey, 88. Just ya. Mijama Mankasa. Nanado Obegu MPP party no. Nentua bomu no. Washeye nyina bose obe institute be a friend of special prosecutor. Now a part of the campaign.
Okay.
Oba no so ampampa o institute ane edaso ho. His Excellency John Mahama, the current president, the nation builder, also can say me make sure say me put a team together. Na nkrofo omo fa kwati kwan so elutu ye noma ye besan age omo nyina afri omo nsem oba ye no so no ono so wode aye oseyo a waye na I don't understand why MPP omo ekoko apai enche bia na MPP in their latter days of going into opposition also introduce you the quadruple 4 SSSS. That is see something, say something.
Okay.
And no more the share and say, Bibi Bia or Bohum Bia Beka. Now, so the way catch a mama fine juma.
Okay.
Oral. Or more write up no more report no. I dear about company may sure say MPP put me a general so I can say oral no. Ebia enina so. Sister Yashe omo why ora ana honorable canon.
Okay.
Me a better abontia me ready bi no. I was like, is that your mandate? Because I will say why ora? Ora is not an investigative body. Nti brofo nti na ka ye krom kasa so ade anka ye no. Brofo no matro ha say why ora investigating corruption cases? You don't have that mandate.
Don't just take it. I know I'm assuming we say sometimes captions are misleading.
Exactly.
Headlines. But yes, establishing a specialized task force.
Okay, say MPP for the man is first to buy. But can say some of the headings that they've given doesn't say. Semantics. Until when you say investigating corruption cases, which in my opinion you don't have the mandate, no more to also establishing a specialized task force. In the first place, what word should have been there? Task force first,
okay.
No investigative body.
Okay.
Mean to us, who call the next one now? Was it recovering misappropriated state resources? You don't have that mandate. In the one you read on or say prioritizing the what retriever. Into what word should we have used in place of recovering? Yes, in place of recovering misappropriation. You don't have that mandate. Third one as well. Prosecuting offenders. You don't have that mandate.
You can't prosecute.
Until you have shot yourself in the foot by putting in place these headings.
Okay.
Otherwise, the aura is something that I see as information gathering.
and just starting in they kept saying
yeah, so why do you
information
bring a report?
It wasn't the start. It was an afterthought.
You see,
oh, I see.
Manifesto. And I was on TV3 with Miaminia. Your friend said, Honorable Samuel Kujato Blackwan. He made a present about 30 minutes where he said this, or in fact, when you about 35 or 40 minutes, and you go through all these things. And no sure, I know more and one of them said, dying.
But yeah, sure. So if there's no prosecutorial powers, and then most I do come age, so maybe you better fire out there, and maybe Mungi wants to say, maybe a grandma nuna, if so more prosecutorial powers, and you
Ghana for. That's what I'm saying. That a justification of their opposition propaganda. What you are doing now? What you are doing now? A justification of their opposition propaganda. Propaganda now we are in opposition. They have to justify it.
Yeah, grammar lecture.
They knew that they could propaganda.
Where syntax?
Morphology no. Sir, into a grammar misinterpretation. Which I agree with him, because this is the final report. So when you put these headings, when you have to hand it over to another jurisdiction for adjudication or whatever it is now, it means that what you do yourself in the foot. Otherwise, all the evidence will be out now. Yes. Into and yes, or conjuncture be from somewhere and nobody better him. In the Fourth Republic, President Otumi holding the bull by the horn, and the President Kufuor. But even in those cases now, Juliet Wright cutting scandal, Condoleezza Rice. Rice. There be a way Juliet Cotton. Condoleezza Rice was the state secretary for the U.S.
No, so Juliet Cotton. Juliet Cotton, Nana Kunadu, Aveime Rice project.
Exactly. Condoleezza Rice was rather U.S. Secretary of State, something of the sort.
At a point, now you're involved in this.
You see,
so that's how come with him. No, court up and down, up and down.
It's not like they looted the money.
Okay.
It was misappropriation of funds, investment. In Tiska na GNPC, according to NPP and Akufo, not just say. They didn't have the right to use that money, which was meant for something from the GNPC to, as it were, invest in whatever it is, rice business.
Misappropriation.
Exactly.
Okay.
But what share these reasons are out now? And they've stated exactly what we all know already. If it comes to the, I haven't seen the Crow Associate $1 million. I haven't seen it in it.
Okay,
but then, if you look at the real $2 million for all these things, Dada. Me or Rano,
is that not the more reason why it's any one of us a first assembly people who say OSP take charge? The good thing is OSP no say will be found command on what me case a case where me were interested in.
Yes.
And today na KBC President Mama Kwan say OSP case way me so as a president of the state more interested take charge go there.
You see, President no couldn't have listed all these things. Into where a task force, into make us more
into ora nunca unless keke.
Yeah, and that is what they have done. It's an information gathering team.
Listen keke no mo because no mo kono ma kohwe bia efie bia sometimes you see them omutimi ko sites na kohwe.
You see
we used to see that on TV.
No more J reports.
Okay. But J reports confirm.
Exactly, you must follow up for evidence. And yes, the report now they are preparing. Where you they must follow up and like they
following up for evidence and age mom because nka waje report keke a say afi odi my age afi na age be building the case enu na be chese ampa o mine wo asem ka o mine wo nyina so ntina nka onu mo akwa build the evidence.
No, this activity is mandated to every citizen in this country. Ntina police for anka want to me you without us giving them information.
Yeah, careful so now I am confused. I didn't say be a citizen arrest. Citizen no. Rama who kwan say bibi because na nya hwa no abetumi arrest nipa.
Yes.
But as to say obeto aso nhwehwemu who arrest na give the person to the police. Yes.
What was the purpose for the system to say something?
And so when you see, just say, don't follow up to go and say, make a investigation.
No.
So, men who say, Nkrophobia behind dying waha. omo dealings no ya me fishy but omo be kwa akosha na but what we so be behind dan e bia na odi obi ram bia na wo hu mpo say ye twa nipa ti wo no ma wo na wo be kwa akosha say I know me hu sam di nipa ewura nipa na empie ana me hu so obi hu ye moja nti me kohwe
so I won't say grofoma false information
but omo de mawi a wo be kwa akọ ntwehwe mu no nya wo na wo be ba be che say this information was false or was true.
Before say Obekwa report be to police station and I say be no. As say at least we get near 50 to 60% evidence that you can no correct.
Sana mranika.
And yeah, no,
in fact, that is why I think that there should even be a review in some of our laws because in him and you just by me fast say you make you.
Me suspect
that's all. And sometimes meet crowd in too.
Yes, it is
wrongly.
For 48 hours. It is for that reason, Tina. Tax force no. As I say, omodi actually, we say obi we have fertilize the edim. So nam kwan so. When the bread na na say betro ne yakọ. We must also follow up and see said you can no kra na. Into over 2,000 something 400 and something. They could only say these are the issues that you feel say a fire. But you see the issue of disinterest in your friend say the cases of the various seglemine and upone and the rest no. You see sister so Obekaya, when a day uncle for court. This is a question I'm so. When a day over calls dad and assess agreement, party banner do court, and your MPP.
Okay.
One of this uncle for in our court. And you have
MPP and a buying.
MPP are buying. So you one now do a court too. And what transfer for?
Some more international meetings now, more can buy government of Ghana. Do you classify it as the MPP government?
If somebody wants to be specific, which party is governing Ghana, you bet me specific.
Okay.
The party led by Nana Danko Kufuor.
Because after do baby and nama, buying so I very partisan.
Yes, but the thing is that it has to be that way. In the sense, and no buy and no say dream was a dream or a cocoa into young form court. So you sat there for 7 years and more. You couldn't prosecute the person to end the case. It means that it is you have a disinterest in the case later on. When you realize say there will evidence now, it shows a complete disinterest. Just say more evidence, but the previous administration under John Dramani Mahama
now born pot.
Omodi Abuga Pele Echo Court. Omondi 7 to 8 last point and Emma Jelino.
Okay.
Yes, into say but also what the Oracle for buy no. Or also be home crophobia say my ABCD. Or also the Omoko Court. He prosecuted them, make sure say Ojeli Omo. Into say two administrators, different parties, or my ban or my the right thing. Now also what ban what say be more the drummer. Prosecute woman Nigeria, but 8 years you couldn't find any evidence. Into who should come? Now we want to know and prosecute woman to the end. Now better case so. Into the disinterest in the cases that we have seen. I think I don't know.
All right.
What I'm begging, and I say, government will also have a ban. Or no solution of crop scrutinize one. So before the end of the 4 years, I want to believe say we cannot say a nya obi ba kokura wedi dream.
Okay.
And na aura no so.
Into aura no nya juma past and present. But no so na no ne woni thank you to na say no so okan e ma okan twi kura with speech him say abaye de botechi no.
And one de of course. Into or making it clear to na appointees. Into aura na can say you good no.
Oh, okay.
That's my opinion. It should be a continuum something. See a belly
I don't know most submit we see a good no.
Oh, so almost what do by we so so
it's an number than president Edwumano. Like present day or more current leadership.
So that's why which answer?
So it's not. It's not.
Why are they stopping?
You see the cases that we have all seen. Yeah, you know, discussing with studio has a
okay. It's not.
Thank you. Too bad.
We should have a legal backing for the aura. So the Bayer. We can all participate by sending information to the office of the aura. No more so or more are transmitted to them.
I say Hamza Junior D Maestro. Good morning. Watching live from Nkwanta in the Uti region. Masaudu Hamza is my real name. Yeah, in fact, the prosecution of former appointees by Godfrey Dame was clearly political, and he didn't have any better case. If you look at the case of Atufosin, for example, and look at how Godfrey Dame disgraced himself and the office he occupied. Okay, also dear no. Angel Idi Odi enanu ehye nti current MPP is made up of so and so Major Hall Nana Ponsa Bedi Akoso because a case has run for 7 years it means it lacks merit then let's go to the courts and prisons and release all those who are on remand because their cases are still pending for years now. Shama Abba Edna Benya, God of Israel, we thank thee. At least we won't pay any deportation levy. Bia Neo Date Mill says, hey, 88. Charles Nyame Asamankes, why should anyone become uncomfortable when oral is mentioned, or is it what I am thinking? Nana Ponsabidiako, I dare everyone here, if NDC should prosecute or recover any money, laugh at me. Double salary MPs, what happened? Nothing. Also for Kantanka Mamea, please, are you having state property in your possession? Why are you worried about oral? I don't have state property by possession, I only do my job. Kataka. Yautains says, yeah, you have chopped the state's money, Sam, be ready. Hey, Sao. And then I just say, state in a try card, Miss Rowe, may ever job, Musakus and Roate. Unfortunately, no moment, 2 minutes, Council of State, PM.
Council of State, no, a idea Ghana for the because most of the actions and decisions of government, constitution, exercise in consultation with Council of State.
Okay.
Ayana, do honum so na Ghana for be Muswenia, Ayden, Abresa or Munko for the call. They are regional representatives, Ayden, a bar Council of State. So, in the call, 16 regions, Nina. May I have a region say, just say, and is a barman said. And then regional chairman of actually there are some
regional chairman of NDC. And I didn't know for Phyllis at a Council of State, and so I too political because say constitution each and I can say a political.
Oh yes, sir, and no Tino, Opesa where jai a Juma a political Juma way.
Okay.
So I'm saying no bia or biano. Die a Juma.
Rorizani and Asia to William.
Yeah, Rorizani. I was want to make one for yet. So bad. Like I was saying, most of the appointments be money idea was say echo. She says I wouldn't say in a Ghana food and I know Ghana police service. Yeah, Ubi a bonfire say IGP Dampare, a bed. IGP Dampare Beppo. IGP Dampare so correct Article 202 clause 1 now. Say you better appoint IGP and the president in consultation with Council of State. Okay. It is a clause, no. The public preachers are more musu, and then the Damparion code Article 2021 and they protecting because Council of State na fini be constitute.
Na bo cho na Bank of Ghana so there.
Council of State ni we are president ebeden appointed new IGP. Na Ghana Police Service for most matter then the Ghana Police Service for more 10%. You be appointing new IGP. Nyame ya ma papa ebe ye e de amamo nti mun kama.
Thank you. 2 minutes. Of yanko.
Yes, Council of State. Anyway, omo ba no sa so na me can say MCs no. Omo nka menu asemenhia Michael Fosu semenhia.
MC for someone to be.
MC omo
ye
national level.
Anti semenhia me sure be obia. This yes. Council of State even before that no. Na menu ebo Obi and no, a text came from you, from somebody, and you read. If Ura Godfred Odame, on the speed at which they adjudicated over Ura Jachikwe's in the case. No, Mokropos or Court, there be a in Tianka 8 years. No, such a cases a move do say. Want to me and here anyway. Yamra Council of State. The Council of State, you know. I am happy to say at long last a very but omoni ebejipa police for
Ghana police
for omoni bejipa because information about the country say the new administration form a Council of State. There are certain people want to mean you with and also want to mean some without consulting the Council of State. Now bimo see achedo but I think say within 1 month and 1 month, I think 4 or 5 days. Into ne kwan so ano no. When the Council of State is finally formed, I want to believe the necessary changes within the police administration, any other jurisdiction, for instance, Bank of Ghana, nipa say council we substantive, ni nyina ebeba. Enti mon kama kuma to mo na you hope for the best. Say aban awabai. I believe strongly that this government is going to perform.
Yes, Honorable.
Well, so now Peter can watch the NDC is a very inconsistent party. Clearly, Omama appointment. Now there was no Council of State, and so you can almost a case in point is the governor of the Bank of Ghana, but I mean, comment
now the acting confirmed that now
it's not confirmed. So Council of State in IGP, so they can still appoint an IGP and wait.
Say acting IGP.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. We have deputy. That's what I'm saying, that shows the inconsistency of the NDC, but that's okay. Council of State election monoma minuka. How are Omaye the elections and I say conform to abano are very important, and I think that we need to find a way to review our constitution and our laws, because we know about him. Nipa mi nubia no mo free assembly no so mo to aba. There is no criteria as to how you be inside nipa mi no.
Assembly for now they choose
they don't even and you see there is a problem because there are some of them are assembly members no wants to go. PM na to make us say oh me a presiding member me dem ho aka ho. Then me kope back aka ho and assembly no kope back aka ho. Okay. So why don't we have a review of our laws, especially the Local Government Act, so that we know say koto abani say
presiding member in your constitution in the say assembly they should those time they should assembly be 2 reps into one chair specifically who the reps should be. Say a peer reviewer
constitution, but sometimes it may issue an act of parliament to review a constitution. Right. So the point I'm trying to make is say I will say review that aspect of the law so that it be easier for the choice of the people on Kotoabano. Until for example, presiding member need or a constant, then maybe one woman, because we share in conform our contest here di crampa a mabe 10 po out of 154 no. A my woman just 10. And it is clear says any pattern and you announce the baby elections. In fact, there were 10 regions or Baba who claim free Hama.
Oh, too bad.
10 regions. And then I encourage man to so move Pia, but you know at every point in time, obey announcement, cover nomination form, koyese.
So it begs the question.
And I will party directly involved in a man also at the
yes, so that's what I think. Say, you review a constitution at the CRC in Professor Prempe, Omutia. They should really take note of it. Council of State, yes, a former IGP Kaho. Yes, a former CDS Kaho. Okay. And the IGP, you also never appointed IGP. You can give a very solid advice. Yeah. Okay. CDS and so but solid advice because they are former CDS, their friends IGP and so on. Can we find a way to include women? And I say, a certain space for women on the Council of State. Because who diagram, when Council of State, then there's not even one woman. Okay. So can we do that?
Why 4 minutes?
Yeah, but just
why 4 minutes? Valentine's Day.
And I want a new check.
On a more serious note, so Council of State a year Babayan.
We have 4 minutes to actually emergency to obey 1 minute.
The police management board.
Okay.
We are Dampare or yes, chemists be womb. I got the intel yesterday. Some changes be you see. So by now, MPP for Dana, they say, Yamboka Guhoma, baby mess of an Ebina, Ura Dampare oil. Or maybe all the Pomab, yes, is Siano.
Pomab near day.
I'm a police management board.
Oh, okay.
Omona, they are the creme de la creme in terms of meetings or more.
Okay.
But changes are air ban. The
board in
Memetino. Say, a Kobasi as a son, and the problem they break. The next
no, so take a kind jaye. ya wasane tan okofa ba mama beka bia mama nya cake wuti kika eja wu ko sesansa ana ye den se say last minute ambassador sifui ye fe na no Mustafa betina o se ye beyi omu na omo ko ye den enti wo so una si kwan so se onya nya si kwan so a wo de atwen se ye san ka se to aso a na fe wa se sambo ana mre no aso se se chincha
o na poma no kwa wo mfa nya djuma wo ba dada wo mfa poma no nya djuma
wo ye dey wo police service nim a friend of the police.
A friend of Ghanaians.
A friend of the police.
Yeah, Sanitana, political analyst Peter Mensah, NDC communication team member, Honorable Vincent Eko Asefua, MP Otafo. No, be say ya Otafo no dia hina. Achemtafo Otafo dia Otipa na wo se Kumasi. Simpacho we Kumasi dia no na ye king. Yani Osimandi or ye Asafua Foundation donation exercise. Timu amubitumi no na makwa akujja no ewo Otafo honom anope ye da mo asepa. All the best in the rest of your endeavors. Pacho mame na azelvo gase na ma feeling me navy blue no. Also say ya watade ye fem pacho ye proudly sewn in Ghana. Enti wonso contact Azela obe pambi asho fefefe tina me ya meeting bia ukobia Azel ho function bia no ma Azel include you na ho nyefe o ma training enso enti Asafua Foundation mo identify youth na mo pese mo be fashion designers fashion illustration na illustrators mo fa wo mo emre Azel Vogue obetiti o mo be ma mo discount enso ti group bia so mo de mo crop for ba Azel say obe ma mo discount o Accra hadan so man friend 0244 155 266 0244 155 0244 155 266 and the Hema Zinils and Beauty or Tony Papa in your efe in your shefata natural a shawabeka se wow dear eno ebi ene hye na me kamfo na ma so ba pa mema no Thursday no adrusu o enti mo se man charge de mema so ya won charge nye chocolate ni cake nko a esi a ne ma no enwi no so eji esika enti mutonwi bre be da mo se papa enti mema emfre mama say hey mama surprise my partner, surprise my beautiful wife, surprise my good friend, surprise my fiancé na mentonyi infama no na nani enje no be hu sampa wedding day me na hyenwi ye gam papa friend 0553837201 na o Spenters Kotobabi Echo Bankechi wape o TikTok nso ya no follow no amame uni aba mame ya kona mani yeda asese oni atena free no nsia abepem sabre nyame ya adomwa Adekye Nsroma besiamba ochina sire nyame se onhira onsa no adwuma enne na nso kudru fia kai se obeda na se fi se ya EPD no kre ne se nyi nyina ene besia kofie mon fight TV ne se mo amodia
Audio